do that now. All right, so we also want to do maybe just a little bit more to add I mean, right now it's blending fairly well, but the neck and the shoulders could use a little bit of work. So I'm going to zoom out just a bit, and you can just right click to zoom. And I'm going to add some dots around what would be the dog's neck and the girl's neck. So actually for this one I'm going to start with the girl's neck because her neck is much more defined than the dog's. So I'm just going to come in and add a few dots around her neck and then go ahead and outline the remainder of her shoulders so that I can make these match up pretty well as well. Alright, so this is where it gets a little tricky because you have to figure out what's what. So this is a red dot. I'm just going to scoot it up here. It should be kind of close to the chin, and this will be really jagged for just a minute, but it'll work out pretty good in the end. And we're just going to move these to match his edge, and this is kind of his shoulders and neck all in one. And you want it to be, I probably did mine too close together, so we're going to kind of space it out a bit. And then come in and do the right side. Okay, so we're already looking a little bit better, but it's pretty jagged right in the middle. So we're going to add some around the head and the ears. So let's go ahead and do the top of their heads. And we'll do the ears. We'll go ahead and outline the dog's ears and then move the girls to match. You always want to start with the important features in the middle, and then you can outline closer to the end. So we're going to do this girl's. This is the tip of the ear, and then so on. We're just going to kind of match it in there. It's not going to be perfect, but we want to outline the girl's head. It's already starting to take a little bit of shape up there. This center dot, this white dot that's on the center for me, you definitely want that to be on the center of the girl. And just kind of drag the dots to match. And you want to be mindful, like this yellow dot right here should be equal in distance to this black dot right here. So I'm going to pull that down a bit to make it match. And the white and the green, so I'm going to pull this green down. And the red should be equal to this pink one, and so on. All right, so we're getting there. Okay, I'm going to add just a couple in right here around the girl's chin that are going to be really tight, so it'll just help with the morphing over here. I got to find them. So you'll come over here and just kind of add it in real tight around the neck so that it'll morph out. And then let's see, what else did I add in? It's blue, and there it is. So I'm going to scoot it in real close. So that way, see, now he's really starting to take shape. Okay. The smoother it is, obviously, the better it looks, and then the more time you spend on the different elements, the better it's going to look. When you go from a girl to a boy, or when you go from a girl to a dog, it really doesn't make it super easy. Okay, so I've messed with the dots a little bit more and just trying to get a little bit happier with it. I've moved the ear to where it looks like the ear is growing into the hair and just kind of played with it a little bit more. So once you're happy with your morph and it looks like it's transitioning pretty smoothly, you can do a couple of the options for how you're going to turn it in as your project. First thing we want to do is we want to make sure our morph options are set to hold for 5 frames at the start and the end, so you can see your before and after picture. And then you want your frames to be at least 25 frames in length. They're pretty short little things. So you can see right here the length of this morph is 3 seconds, 3.13 seconds. So it's not super long. So the video you put together is not going to be really long. Okay, so you can say okay to that. And then make sure you go to your timeline options. And you want to make sure that we are on 8 to 10 frames per second. And you want to, for the video purposes, you want to stop after first loop. This is just for the video purposes. So once you're happy with it, you can see that if we're previewing, it stops, and that's no good. But once you're ready to actually, we only told it to go backwards and forwards so we can see what we were doing while and still use the free version. Okay, so we're going to save this. First, you want to save your layout as a Morpheus file, and it needs to go in your Morpheus folder, which it should take you wherever you got your pictures. But and you'll just save this as dog girl for now. And you're going to make sure this is like saving a Photoshop file. That way you can actually get into it and do some editing of it in case you need to open that again. Okay, now in order to be able to use it for your movie purposes, we need to save it as an animated GIF. So you're going to say render timeline, and we're going to render it as an animated GIF. And we'll call it dog girl. Now that we're going to be able to actually import into our movie. So go ahead and minimize this, and let's open up Windows Movie Maker 2.6. This will not work in the Windows Live version, so if you try to do that, it will not work. Alright, so let's import a video, and we'll go to our MMP folders, multimedia folders, and our Morpheus folder. And it's not a video file, so we'll have to say all media files. And there's dog girl right there, which is a PNG, and if you want to see the details, or I'm sorry, an animated GIF, not a PNG. So say import, and we're going to drag it down, and we can play, and we'll see that there is our one version of our animated GIF, and it'll stop after that. So we'll be able to actually put that in and follow the instructions, which are on your digital devices unit. And let me know if you have any trouble. And I'm going to show you right now the finished version.